Good morning, Utah. Happy Friday. We're coming up on 7:15 here on this Friday morning. As you get ready to head out the door, we got calm conditions, but we also have cold conditions. We're sitting mainly in the 20s along the Wasatch Front, but there are a few along the Wasatch Front that have dropped into the upper teens. It's 17 right now in Provo. But where we're seeing a little bit of inversion haze, where we actually have some moderate air quality in spots like the Uinta Basin and Cache Valley, we actually have temperatures below zero. Definitely need that winter coat this morning. And even St. George this morning, waking up with a temperature in the upper 20s. No matter where you are, it's cold. But things will actually warm up a little bit today thanks to a southerly flow. We'll talk more about that in just a moment, but we'll start off with the view in Cache Valley overlooking Logan, where the current temperature is -1. Doesn't really look like the haze is too bad out there this morning, but at last check, we do have moderate air quality, and we'll start to see that haze build in our northern Utah valleys today, and it could get even worse going into Sunday and Monday. It's something that you'll definitely want to keep an eye on, especially if you have sensitivities to poor air quality. But checking in currently with moderate air quality in Cache County and also Duchesne County, but the rest of the Wasatch Front and even in Uinta County, we're checking in with good air quality. So the air quality is good for right now, but that's expected to change as we go through today, with most of our northern Utah valleys falling into the moderate range. So while it's not necessarily going to be the worst air quality, it's not going to be the greatest either. But with sunshine, you could probably still get outside and enjoy today. Just if it falls into the unhealthy for sensitive groups, like we're expecting in Duchesne and Uinta County, you're probably going to want to spend more time inside rather than outside. But outside of the haze itself, we'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. High pressure still in control of our weather, but this high pressure is moving from west to east. So yesterday we had a northerly flow of wind. Today we're going to have more of a southerly flow of wind, and those daytime highs will range about 5 to 10 degrees warmer compared to what we saw yesterday. But before we get to the temperatures for today, we'll go ahead and show you some beautiful sunrises. If you want to escape the haze, just go into the high terrain or go down to southern Utah. Here's the view right now, though, in from Deer Valley, where that sunrise glow over the horizon doesn't get much better than that. Going to be a bluebird day if you're going to be heading up into our mountains. Then as we make our way down into southern Utah, beautiful sunrise currently underway in Cedar City. And Cedar City yesterday topped out in the 30s. Today we could see those temperatures climb into the mid-40s. That's very nice for this time of year. But along the Wasatch Front, after seeing temperatures starting off in the 20s, we'll see those temperatures climb into the mid-30s by your lunch hour. And then by the end of the afternoon, we'll mainly see temperatures in the upper 30s, eventually topping out in the upper 30s and low 40s along the Wasatch Front. You're going to want the jacket all day, and we'll likely see that haze build from the afternoon into the early evening. But that sunset continues to get closer and closer to 6 o'clock. Going to be at 5:56 in Salt Lake. And speaking of Salt Lake, that daytime high will come in at 41 degrees, just shy of where we should be for our seasonal average. But Park City won't be too far away when it comes to that daytime high, reaching 39 degrees. We'll see a daytime high of 42 in Spanish Fork in Utah County. Then as you get down to Nephi, a daytime high of 39, 43 in Green River, 35 in Emory. Then down in southern Utah, a high of 47 in Lake Powell, 48 in Kanab, and 58 degrees in St. George, getting close to 60 degrees. It's going to be a pretty nice day down in southern Utah. Again, high pressure leading the way, but with that high pressure going from west to east, we're going to see those winds more out of the south. These are the upper level winds, really showing on what's going on in the atmosphere. Going into our Saturday, though, a system will get close enough to bring us more cloud coverage, a little bit more of that southerly breeze, but with calm conditions, likely going to see more haze, and we're going to see more cloud coverage as well. It just won't really get close enough to bring us a good chance for wet weather, but maybe from late Sunday into early Monday, we could see a few isolated showers in the southeastern portion of the state. But once we get into next week, the main focus will be on a potent storm system that has a good chance of arriving between Valentine's Day and Wednesday, where we could see widespread wet weather across the Beehive State with a good amount of snow up in our mountains. But as we get closer, we'll fine-tune that forecast. In St. George, we could even have a chance for some rain and maybe even a wintry mix or even straight snow, depending on how quickly the cold air moves in. That chance is there, not a guarantee, but looking a good chance for some wet weather Tuesday and Wednesday, though. But as we go through the weekend, daytime highs close to 60 degrees, overnight lows generally in the low to mid 30s. Before we cool down even more early next week. Then along the Wasatch Front, hazy conditions today, tomorrow, Sunday into Monday. More cloud coverage over the weekend. High temperatures in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. And then as that chance for snow moves in Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll also see colder temperatures arrive as well. Now as we check